Welcome inside the WB Mason Coach Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Ron LaFay alongside Dennis Papadatos, the head coach of the Hofstra wrestling team. Coach, how are you?
Good day. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. And we have Grapple the Garden coming up this Sunday, but let's look back on this past weekend with the New York State Championships. Vinny Vespa finishing second at the 133 pounds, Ryan Burkert finishing third at 149. What'd you like out of their performances? What'd you like out of your team's performance in that championship?
Out of the team, we really, we had the 10 guys in the A tournament. 3 got hurt right away. Then we had to forfeit them out of the tournament that all 3 would have placed. I really am confident that 41 and heavyweight would have been in the finals too. So we lost a lot of team points there. Just you went from winning to forfeiting and giving other people the points. And then we had 7 guys left. So it was our 7 against their 10, and all 7 placed. So it was, on that note, it was pretty good. I felt like everyone wrestled pretty well. Obviously, there were some mistakes. We really got better. Vinny could have won it. He got defensively fouled with 3 seconds left in the match. He was going for the win. He was losing at the time by 2, so he was trying to get back points. And I feel like he had a set of back points before that they didn't give him. It was close, but at the end of the day, he was losing by 2, and he was defensively bad. Like, it wasn't a bad call. He was flat. You know what I'm saying? But he had to do it. He had no choice. He figured, like, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm either going to win or I'm going to get defensively fouled. And that's what happened. So I was proud of him have the mind to, like, okay, if I'm going to risk it, I'm going to risk it now. Because what's the matter if I lose by 10 or if I lose by, 2 points? So I give him credit. He wrestled well. Ryan Burkert, the truth is, not to take it away from anyone else's performances, as a coaching staff, we're probably the most impressed and happy with Ryan. I feel like Ryan could have won the tournament too, but we were more impressed and happy because he came out early. He struggled at the Binghamton Open. He was much better than going 0-2 there. We expected him to place, and then he comes here and he wrestles the Long Island Post kid who was good in high school national champ, and we told Ryan, what to be prepared for, and he didn't listen, and he was getting beat up for 2 minutes and then got pinned. And we're like, what is going on? And we kind of had a shake him up meeting and get him, get him ready and let him know you're better than me at 0-3 right now. You lost to 3 kids at all we feel like you can beat. And then he stormed his way back, and he did it in an unbelievable fashion with like takedowns and throwing kids and pinning kids and turning them. He beat a good kid in the round before for 3rd and 4th, and then he beat the kid that beat him in the first period, the first match for 3rd and 4th, 12-3, and it was a dominant 12-3. So his mindset adjustment and his willingness to listen and take in what we were telling him and do it, I was very impressed with his fortitude. And like I said, he hit a real low for what he thought, and then he came out swinging and his wrestled as good as he possibly could have. So I was most impressed with that, his resiliency.
How about the performance of the freshmen as well, some of the younger wrestlers on this team, and maybe their first real test of the season, the first real test of their collegiate careers?
Yeah, for sure. Sage is, we got some work on to do some work with Sage. Sage was the #1 seed, so as far as I'm concerned, Sage should have won. He could have won, and he was winning in the semifinals and got caught and pinned. And then his next match, that match was still affecting him. He didn't really wrestle that well, which he's got to do a better job like Ryan did rebounding. And then, he won for 5th. But he, like I said, he just had some lows, some mental lapses, and we'll give him adjustments, but we're really impressed with where he is. Like when he was wrestling well, even this weekend, he looks really, really like he can compete with everybody. So that's good, and Martin is just a grinder, and he's getting better every single day. So I'm happy with that, and obviously, Vespa and what other freshmen were wrestling? I can't remember what other freshmen. Kaminsky had, some good highs on the day, started turning the season around. And so did Connor Mooley. Connor Mooley wrestled real well too at 149. So yeah, but the freshmen are getting better every day. We preach a quarter point better every day. Quarter point. It's not too hard.
Thanksgiving coming up this week as well. Before Grapple at the Garden, what challenge does that present to this team? How are you working around that with the practice schedule?
Same challenge every other team in the country has. We actually have it easier because we don't have to travel. Everyone else has to have Thanksgiving and have to get in a plane and have to get over here, or some people have to get in a bus and get over here. We don't, we're actually taking Thanksgiving off. Let the guys go home. We're going to practice hard Wednesday, going to practice hard Friday. Most of the guys that are local are going home, and then some of the guys that are far away, like Sage Heller and Garrett Lambert, are going to go with some of their newfound friends on the team. We're going to go to their parents' house for Thanksgiving. So it is what it is. It's an adjustment that everyone has to make. A lot of people are competing this weekend, and it's it's Sunday, and which is usually Thursdays are a day off, and it's going to be. You should have a good mental last, seeing family, having that good experience, coming back and getting ready to grapple. So it shouldn't affect anything. I mean, if you do things right, it shouldn't affect anything.
And Grapple the Garden is Sunday, November 27th. You have Cornell. You also have George Mason on Sunday. How are you preparing for those two teams and for the tournament as a whole?
Day by day, quarter point by quarter point, hoping that some of these injuries that we suffered, two of them were people that we expect to be wrestling in the Grapple of the Garden, and they may be out. And if heavyweight's out, we don't have anyone we're forfeiting, and that's not a good sign. Starting 6-0 before the duel starts against Cornell, and then George Mason, which is a more competitive duel, we can't be down 6-0. It could cause us a duel. So we have to figure out a way, if that is going to happen, how we're going to make that up and find a way to overcome and win. I mean, we've proven we can do it. Ryan Burkett showed us that you can overcome and turn it around. So other people need to kind of do the same. So hopefully, we won't have any forfeits at the Grapple, but I won't know until Friday. Some guys are, it's a day by day, hour by hour case. So we'll see where it's at. But we're going in. We're training like it's normal. And to be honest, even if we have forfeiting one weight, if we win the other 9, you still win the dual meet pretty handily. So and that's all we're focusing on. Quarter point better, win your match, support the team, and everything will work out.
Dennis Papadatos, the head coach of the Hofstra wrestling team. Coach, thanks for your time and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving to all the fans and supporters. We appreciate it.
Thank you for watching the W Mason Coach Support right here on GoHofstra.com.